I'm Bets Golden. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to share with you guys kind of a different project. This is actually a wall piece that I created, and there's 4 different ways that you can do it. I'm going to use the Close to My Heart kit that this came in just to show you because I think it's freaking phenomenal. I got all 4 kits and I put together 3. This is one of the ones I did. I'll show you how the little bow's made on the bottom, how the flowers, and a couple different ways that you can just set this up. It is so much fun. So let's go ahead and just dive into the kit. The word availability that you have are be kind, create, stay a while grateful. You get to pick out whatever word you want. For this particular kit, we're going to create the be kind one. I really love it. And then you also have an option. The kit comes with 2 different circles, and each has 2 sides. You get a pretty polka dot side, or this side, or you get just little dots, or you get the pretty like pink flowers. So for this, we're going to use the pink flowers. So we'll set that right there. And then it comes with some instructions and some little extra pieces as well. So the instructions show you a couple different types of ways that you can put all of the kits together, and I'm going to show you my other 2 and how I did it. I did use this for some inspiration. And then on the back it shows you how to do the die cut leaves, the flowers, and how to put it all together. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to put this together, the flowers together. And then last but not least is the die cuts, and there are a lot in these, you guys. Seriously, a lot. You have leaves, and then you have each set comes with enough to make one big bow, and you can do a big bow, or you can do smaller bows or no bow at all and just save it for later. So let me remove this for just a second. I'll just show you how these all work. So this is double-sided. So there's that one. Oop. This one, this one, this one, and then you get enough for 6 flowers. How cool is that? So let's start off with the leaves. So the first thing, it's so simple with these leaves, you guys. There's a whole bunch of different kinds with some beautiful different shades on them. And you're just going to take them. There's a little indentation in which you can just fold it yourself like so. And then this one. And then that one. This one can be folded. So you just kind of fold right there on the lines, and this just gives it some fun texture and dimension, makes them look a bit more realistic. And then they have like this smaller one right here. So you're going to fold that like so. And you just fold them, and you just create a whole bunch of different kinds of leaves. So I have some already prepared, so I don't have to go through and do all of them, but I just wanted you to see what that is. And then you have this last one, and then you have these 2 really great die cut flowers, and I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can put them together. And if you want to go ahead and color them in to create some color and not just use white, you totally can take some distress ink. This paper holds the distress ink beautifully, and just go through and just add some color and work your way all the way around like so. And just give it some really pretty color. And then you can take your water and just add some droplets of water all over it. So, you know, you can just go over, change them up if you want. I did a couple different blues on one of them, and I'll show you shortly how that turned out. But you know, right now I'm just gonna go through and get all that done. All right, and it doesn't have to be perfect because nothing in nature is perfect, right? So I'm just going to finish these up real quick and then we'll move on. I already have 2 flowers. You can do this. I'm going to show you 2 different ways that you can create these for different looks. And I'm going to, I have that all set up and ready and primed. But for this one, I'm just going to add some water just to get it to move around. And you can even take a towel and lift some of that color if you want, whatever, but that will dry and then you'll be able to just punch those out. So let's move on to the actual flowers and how to arrange them. So the first way I'm going to show you is how they actually show you in the book. And so, or in the, how they say you should do it, which basically you're going to want to take your flower petals and you're going to want a liquid glue. I like art glitter glue, and you're just going to fold the edges up like so. And you're going to do that for the big one and then also for this second one. And then you're just going to take and put a dollop of glue right there in the middle. And I like to line it up so it's, you know, the petals aren't perfectly, you know, perfectly lined up. And then you're going to take the next smaller one and go from there. Same thing, repeat the whole process again. And then I take it and then I kind of push those down a little bit flat like so. And then right here, and again, and then this one. And for the center, what the great way about doing this is if you want to do a decorative center, you totally can. You can just take any kind of center you want. I kind of like these pearls for the center. And pop it on there. I've seen this done without any center in it at all. I personally, for my style, I like it with the center, but I have seen some pretty cool ones that didn't have any. Okay, so this is how you do it the way that they tell you how to do it, right? Okay. Now, the way that another way I did it, and this will create for you more of a, I don't know, it's just a different way. So you're going to take it up and you're just going to smoosh it all together. Like you're just going to treat the flower like it's a piece of garbage. And I know, it's not garbage. And when it blooms, it's going to bloom just absolutely beautifully. So you can just take and just, you know, push this on up. Like so. Again, we're just, you know, trying to, we want it to bloom. That's the whole goal right here, is just to get it to bloom. And then what you can do once you get it all like this is you can actually take a colored spray, which would be super pretty. Like, I think it would be fun to take some of this Color Burst. Let's do Violet Color Burst. Okay, now watch this. And we're just going to put a little bit right there, and then we're going to wet it. And what that does is it just helps that all kind of bloom out, and then we can lay some more color bursts down. Wet it again. Then some more. And see how it just starts to, you know, grow out like so. Look how cool that is. And then a little bit more right there in the center, like so. Then we'll do this. And then boom, here you go. Now, like I stated before, I don't know if I said this, but I took a Crocodile and I just put a brad in the middle to do this. And then I like to take it and dry it a little bit because this is super duper saturated. If you did like a regular mist on this, it wouldn't be this saturated and it would definitely hold its curl a little bit better. So just let me take real quick just to show you and dry this a tad. Actually have some samples off over there, and then, you know, you can just take it and just, you know, really push it together. And I lost a petal, so I probably saturated it too much, but you get the picture. So these are some that I did with some coloring on it as well. And so let's go ahead and put together our bow. Let me show you how you can put together the bow, and then we will go ahead and assemble our hoop. All right, so the bows come with 3 different bow pieces, and then there is a bottom piece, and you have a piece for the back, and then one to wrap around the center. So for this piece, you're going to start off with the smaller piece, and you're just going to take that like so and fold it up on itself. And that's what we're going to do for the other piece. So we're going to just take it like so, fold it up on itself like so, hold it for a minute so that it can start to adhere, and then come on over to the next one. Put a little bit of glue down the center again. And I like to line the edges up. That's what I like to do to make sure that, you know, I get it all up there. Okay. And then we'll take this one and do the same thing again. These are so easy to make, you guys, and they're so pretty. And I didn't use a bow on all of my finished pieces. And I'm going to show you the other ones to give you just some more ideas on how you can make a hoop and, you know, different variations you can have. All right, so this one. So now we're just going to adhere them. And so I'm taking the 2 big pieces and I'm adhering those first. And then I'm going to take this middle piece and adhere that next, like so. And then for this one, I want to kind of clean my hands for a little because I'm noticing that I'm getting a little bit of red dye all over the place. All right, so for you're going to wrap it now. So what I like to do is I just like to take and line it up first, and then the tighter the wrap you get, the more poofy your bow will be. Okay, and then I just take it and I just put a little bit of glue on the back, like so. Okay. And then for the tail, you're going to notice that there is a little indentation, and you're just going to fold on that indentation. And then from there, you are going to adhere that bow. And then for this one, we're just going to put the little dollop on the back, and that just helps it lay flat on our project. And now we have a cute little bow. So let's go ahead and put together our frame. All right, so for the Be Kind, I'm going to use a little bit of a heavier glue for this. I'm going to use Beacon Multi-Grip for this. And you guys, if you're interested in any of these products, I do have them listed down below. Okay, so for this one, I just like to go around the edge like so. And then I just kind of, you know, go around the letters. Make sure, and I just got some out, so I'm gonna have to clean that up. Do you guys see what I did there? I got sloppy because I was looking at the screen. All right. All right, so from here, I'm gonna flip it over. So make sure you do it on the back side, and this lines up just perfectly with the paper. So it's super easy. Okay, so how cool is that? So now what I want to do is I want to start to add on some leaves and some flowers. And what I do is I like to put a big bunch on one section and then a smaller bunch on the other. And the reason is because I find it easier to put this up on my wall with tacks, and I can hide tacks underneath the flowers and leaves. So I'm going to put one, you know, just down here, and I'm going to just use my glitter glue again. So then I'm going to put on another leaf going this direction, and we're just gonna build this up, and it's pretty stinking easy because nothing in nature is perfect, so it's pretty easy to get this going. And then I'm going to take a different kind, like so and like so. I'm just going to put this here. Here. Just gluing it down. This one, I'm kind of repeating what I'm doing on each side, you know, and it won't, I don't want it to be like totally perfect. I want it to show a little bit of variation and whatnot. And then I am going to want like some of this eventually, and then some of these smaller leaves as well. And for this, I want to go ahead and just start to layer out my flowers. And I have these two flowers that are done. They need centers. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop some little centers in on this. And as you can tell, this whole thing comes together really relatively quickly. All right. So, all right. So I like to lay out the ones on the edges first. Like so, like so. And then let me put this big one right there in the center. And then we will add in a couple extra flowers around. Actually, let me put this on the edge. Okay, and then we're going to put this one there. Tuck that one in there. Put that one kind of up there. Then go ahead and tuck this one down here, along with this one. All right, so there we go. And, you know, like I said, I like to add a couple, you know, another set to the top corner so that I can hide the tack. But this is one way that you can just, you know, finish off your beautiful, like, your frame, you know. And I'm going through right now and I'm just adding in some flowers where I see that I have some holes. Like so. And then I can just take my glue, once I like the line up on them, and just kind of shove them in. Like so. And that just kind of, it fills it out, you know, makes it just a little bit more fuller, which I really like. Such a pretty wall piece. Oh, the good thing is this glue dries clear, so I do recommend that if you're going to use any kind of glue, that it is a clear drying glue. All right, so from here, let me show you the others that I have completed to give you some ideas. So this is the one traditional way, all right? And then the grateful one, I did the emphasis on with the bow, like so. It's so hard to share on the screen. Let me see if I can't lift my There you go. You can see my messy desk now, but maybe you'll be able to see everything else as well a little bit better. So that's the grateful one that I did off screen. And then this one is the be kind one. And then let me go ahead and show you the other two. The first one that I created was with those flowers that I showed you with the mists. And this is that one. This one's for my craft room. And again, I'm going to put a tack up there and a tack down here. So how cool is that? And then my favorite one, I was inspired by the navy blue and nautical on the background of this. So I ended up painting it gold. So you can, as you can see here, I painted it. You can paint this as well and get some really beautiful different types of effects. But this one is, I think, my favorite. I just love it. So these are the 4 different options that I came up with when you're working with a hoop, and you can totally adapt this with those embroidery hoops that you can find at your local craft store, or you can purchase this kit that I got through Close to My Heart, and it has the words as well. But this is such an easy, beautiful way to do a home decor piece. All right, you guys, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Check out those links if you're interested in any of these products. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Until next time, I bet's golden.